Hi, I'm John Potoshnik. Hey, thanks for joining me again on my YouTube channel. I just recently purchased a new pochade box. It's by Alla Prima. It's a Bitterroot light 10 by 12 inch pochade box made by Ben Haggett. And I just wanted to share it with you and talk about it a little bit. This is a spring-loaded lid, and it's real easy. This is an 8 by 10 on the surface right now, but all you do to release is take that off like that, and there's a storage back here that it'll fit in there beautifully. An 8 by 10. This little slot right here is to which you can easily access the paintings in there. There's a little slide right through here that will slide out. Everything's magnetized, which is absolutely awesome. So this slides out, and then back in there, one can stick a 9 by 12. So it works really good. And then this is really typical the way I work. You just set it on there. You have to make sure this is level, but this is all magnetized. So once it's level, it really stays in place. And then you just pull this up and you're ready to go with your surface. I really like painting on this kind of surface. It's a gessoed paper, and I have it taped to a gray panel, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about on this. Here's the way the box comes. This box is beautifully made, by the way, but one of the things that bothered me about it was this little piece right here, which is right in the middle. If you want to lay your paints out at the top like I do, that really gets in the way and could get really grimy and full of paint really quick. That needs to be there because it kind of protects the hinge mechanism that holds everything here in place. This lid is very stiff, so you don't need any outside mechanism to keep it upright. It's very stiff. It's not going anywhere. But that presented a little bit of problem, I thought, because I didn't want to put my paint on this surface. So I thought, well, if I make a little palette which I can use and put in there, then I don't have to worry about it. But the thing is, it still rocks because there's this height difference. So if you press down to get paint there or mixing over here, the thing's going to rock back and forth depending on each side. So my solution was I just got some paper towels about the same thickness as the, or you could put a piece of cardboard in here or whatever. But I thought the paper towels are fine because I can always use them in an emergency. But then I just put the palette in there like that. I wanted to talk about this palette because this came across quite by accident. I was thinking, well, maybe I'll get a piece of glass or something like that to use as a palette. But I thought, I have these Richardson painting surfaces. They're hardboard palettes. I mean, hardboard panels to paint on. I thought they're super smooth, they're hard, very hard surface. I wonder if that would work as a palette. So I had cut one to size to fit in here, 10 by 12. And I was absolutely amazed. It works perfect as a palette. It's already toned, and you can get them in umber, which this one, my palette is umber. This is gray, and then they offer them it in white. But works great as a palette. So, I mean, it doesn't even have to be used in a plein air box. It could be used, at any time. It works really nice as a palette. Just need to keep it cleaned off. And then I put oil on it every now and then, keep that oiled up nice. But this box, I really like it, and I'll show you how it works. So you can see it's all spring loaded here. It'll hold up to about a 12 by 16 vertical, about as wide as you want to go, I suppose. But it's all very tight spring. All this is magnetized. But what comes with it are these side trays. Oh, I wanted to point out one other thing too. My concern was, okay, when I put the paint on here, I don't have much space. You can see that the paint has to be pretty flat because if you put the lid down on it, you're going to get paint all through there. And particularly if you're carrying the thing sideways by the handle, this palette could flop out or whatever and really create a mess. So I made these little foam core inserts there, and I put those on the sides like that. And then when I put the lid down, it keeps that palette down so that I have probably 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch of depth for my paint without it getting into the mechanism up here. But I wanted to show you how this is a really tight, very tight surface. You can see how tight it is. Pushing it down, it stays wherever you want it. But I was going to talk about the side panels. This comes with 2 side panels right here. You can either put your brushes in, your brush handles in here, or you can lay them in the tray like so and lean them up against these little ridges right here. But this is super neat how that works, because these are spring loaded. There's little springs here that you push out, and then they pop into place. So there's a panel for each side, and you can see how easily they attach. You don't even have to be on top of it to do it. You can get it from every angle. Gives you 2 really nice trays on each side to work with. Paper towels, turp, whatever you want. And then to release them, just push those springs in. And release it. And then the lid, as I was showing, is very tight, which I really like. You just push it down. Push it down. This little lid flaps up, locks it in place. These lids this is the fantastic part. They got magnets, strong magnets on them. There, and then on the lid, you can almost drop it into place. It falls right into place where it needs to be. If you've got some dirty brushes from your painting, they put these grooves in the lid. So you can stick your brushes in here at a diagonal, slip your lid on there, and this little Velcro strap across the top holds those lids from accidentally falling off, although I think it'd be pretty hard to, those magnets, and you're ready to go. So anyway, pretty neat box, and I wanted to share with you my new discovery with the Richardson hardboard painting panels. They make great palettes also, and they're already toned for you perfectly. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. I think next time I might do a plein air painting using this very box and show you how I create a painting on location and from start to finish. Maybe we can do that one. So thank you. Check you out next time. Bye.